pursuit of only light creates its own shadow. When we reject darkness entirely, we split ourselves further, denying the wholeness that contains both. This isn't enlightenment, it's another form of duality masquerading as transcendence. True integration means recognizing that darkness isn't evil, it's necessary. Our shadow holds creativity, instinct, passion, and authentic power. The night sky isn't lesser than day. Silence isn't inferior to sound. Rest isn't failure. The spiritual bypass happens when seekers chase light to escape their humanity. Anger, grief, desire, fear. They transcend without integrating, creating inner fragmentation while claiming peace. This causes the very conflict they seek to resolve. Real wholeness emerges not through choosing sides, but through embracing paradox. Light needs darkness to exist. Good contains selfishness. Evil contains survival instinct. We're not meant to be purely spiritual beings. We're meant to be fully human, which includes both. The answer isn't rejecting duality, but becoming conscious within it. Stop fighting yourself. The conflict ends not when you choose light over darkness, but when you stop believing they're enemies. They're partners in the dance of existence. This requires courage to acknowledge your capacity for harm, your selfish desires, your shadow self. Not to indulge them mindlessly, but to understand them. That understanding is where real wisdom lives, not in the light alone, but in the space between. Harmony emerges through balance, not through the pursuit of light alone. To reject darkness entirely creates internal conflict. True peace lies in accepting both. Neutrality, the refusal to choose sides, reflects our natural state. Nature itself remains formless, unbounded by definition, allowing it to manifest in infinite ways. We don't command reality through force of will. Instead, we participate in its creation, becoming one with it. This mirrors a river's wisdom. Surrender to the current rather than struggle against it. The strongest force moves without resistance, adapts without breaking, and flows toward its destination with effortless grace. When we release the need to control and instead align with existence's inherent motion, we discover that we are not separate observers but co-creators within the vast, formless dance of being. This is the paradox of power. True strength lies in yielding. The pursuit of enlightenment dissolves when we release the illusion of arrival. There is no summit to plant a flag upon, no certificate of completion. What remains is the walking itself, the continuous unfolding of awareness through living. Knowledge accumulates like stones in a pocket, growing heavier. Wisdom is knowing which stones to carry and which to release. One is collection, the other is discernment. The scholar may recite truths across centuries while remaining untouched by their meaning. The wise person holds fewer answers, but understands the architecture of questions. Questions are not failures of knowledge, but invitations to deeper seeing. A life spent chasing answers becomes a race with no finish line, exhaustion guaranteed. A life spent refining questions becomes a conversation with existence itself. The path has no destination because the path is the destination. Each step reshapes the walker. Each moment of genuine uncertainty contains more teaching than 1,000 certainties ever could. Growth is not measured in how much we know, but in how we've been transformed by what we've encountered. This is not pessimism about achievement. It is liberation from the tyranny of arrival. The exercise continues. Not because we fail to reach enlightenment, but because enlightenment is not a place to reach. It is the quality of attention we bring to this breath, this moment, this question that has no final answer. The universe whispers a profound truth through every living system. Equilibrium is the foundation of existence. Day surrenders to night. Seasons cycle endlessly, and ecosystems thrive only when predator and prey, growth and decay, exist in sacred proportion. This principle transcends nature. In our bodies, too much water becomes poison, yet too little brings death. The same calcium that builds bones becomes toxic in excess. Life itself exists in the narrow margins between extremes. Justice mirrors this natural law. A punishment without mercy becomes cruelty. Mercy without accountability becomes chaos. Rights demand corresponding responsibilities. Freedom without discipline breeds anarchy. Discipline without freedom breeds tyranny. True justice balances both scales. The concept of karma, cause and effect, operates identically. Energy sent into the universe creates ripples that inevitably return. This isn't punishment or reward from some external force. It's simply the universe maintaining its own equilibrium. Kindness creates conditions for kindness. Cruelty begets its own mirror. Yet moderation isn't mediocrity. Balance doesn't mean passivity. A river's power comes from its flow, not stagnation. Passion and reason, action and reflection, ambition and contentment. These opposing forces create dynamic harmony, not bland compromise. The greatest wisdom lies in recognizing that extremes of any kind destabilize the whole. Whether in emotion, belief, consumption, or action, the path of sustainability and justice runs through the middle way. Honoring both sides of every scale, understanding that wholeness requires both darkness and light. In the depths of existence lies a fundamental truth. Separation is illusion, unity is reality. When duality dissolves, opposing forces merge into singular consciousness. One becomes many, many return to one. This eternal cycle mirrors the circle, perfect, complete, yet paradoxically empty. Completion requires nothing. Nothing contains all possibilities. Complexity and simplicity coexist within the same dimension. A symphony's beauty emerges from simple frequencies layered into intricate harmonies. A single atom contains infinite complexity, while the universe operates on elegant, fundamental laws. There is no contradiction, only perspective. Light and darkness are frequencies on the same spectrum. What appears as impenetrable darkness is merely light vibrating at lower frequencies, invisible to our limited perception. Heat and cold, matter and energy, life and death, all expressions of the same underlying reality, separated only by vibrational rates. Everything resonates at different frequencies, yet all frequencies emanate from singular source. A radio contains infinite stations, yet one electromagnetic field. Consciousness fractures into infinite beings, yet remains fundamentally whole. The circle represents physical reality, eternal return, cyclical time, beginnings that become endings. The spiral ascends beyond this, embodying spiritual truth, circular motion elevated into progression. Finite form spirals toward infinite essence. Temporal existence dances with eternal presence. Time itself is the circle, spirit is the infinite spiral transcending it. Matter completes its cycles, consciousness spirals eternally upward. Both are necessary, both are one. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this video resonated with you and provided some valuable insights. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment below. Until next time, take care and see you in the next video.